Three stars of the week.
I'll kick things off because I picked first this week. I'm gonna start things off. My third star of the week, bias of course, is one of my favorite players on the Vegas Golden Knights, Shea Theodore. I had to give it to a defenseman. He's on my fantasy team, a little biased there as well, but he's been playing huge for them. Definitely since Petrangelo went down. He's adding more minutes. He's on a well, I didn't write them. I think it's a 5 game point streak now, 7 points in 5 games, 2 goals, game-winning goal in there, 5 assists, and Vegas is on 9-2 run, just on a really good run. I think 4 in a row. They lost 2 and 5 in a row before that. So got to give it to him for my Vegas player and a defenseman and all of that. He's my third star of the week.
Good call.
For second star of the week, I don't normally give it to a player of this style. Normally, a lot of my stars go to how teams been doing too. But this one, I just couldn't look over him. Zibanejad got 6 points in one period yesterday.
Natural hat trick.
Natural hat trick, 3 assists, all within 20 minutes. I think uh, what they were saying was the most points in New York Rangers history in a period. Um, Rangers 2-2 though in the past, but that's I didn't want to worry about that. This guy's he might finally be breaking out of this slow slump he had after last year. So giving it to him is the biggest margin of victory that the Rangers have had since I think it was they said 1983 on the broadcast. Something crazy. It was a
Mm-hmm.
long time since the Rangers have won by 9 or more goals. And I kind of wanted to touch base on this. I didn't want to bring it up earlier because I knew it was in this. The Philadelphia Flyers, they got annihilated. Uh, Elliott letting 4 goals within the first bit, and then Hart comes in and lets in 3 goals on the next 5 shots. They're just leaving their
Didn't
goalie.
they then put Elliott back in and then put Hart back in?
I
Didn't they
don't think
try
so.
them both
No.
twice?
No. I actually
Oh,
looked for that. I thought they might do that,
okay.
but they didn't. Hart's back in tonight, so we'll see if Philadelphia shapes up, or we could be having a long segment on them next week. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah.
And then for my number one star of the week, this guy's been getting shunned all year because this is kind of what we expect from him, Connor McDavid. But it's just been going too much too fast. 7 game point streak now. 4 of those games of the 7, he's gotten 3 or more points. So that's pretty insane. He's leading the league in scoring. No surprise. Edmonton is now fighting for trying to get second. I think they're in second now, actually, in the division after last night. So might be 1 point out, but I'm giving it to Connor. I could get honest.
Edmonton's third.
Okay, honestly, you could probably give Connor McDavid and Draisaitl himself like consideration
Mhm.
every week, but that wouldn't be fair to the rest of the league. So
Yeah, unless it's merited. I just wanted to add something on Zibanejad though.
yeah, go.
This I don't remember the stat, but they were basically trying to illustrate the fact that he scores a lot of goals in bunches. And if you take out his 6 point game of this season, he has his 5 goal game where he had seven
I
points.
remember that one.
That was last season. So if you take those two games out, he's never scored over 25 goals in his career or something like that. And it's like, it just kind of put it into perspective that like anybody can have a golden night, like where they just score like
Yeah.
5 goals or get 7 points or something. That doesn't happen often, right? It could
Mm-hmm.
happen to anybody. But
I'll
it was just
Yeah, I'll always
interesting.
remember as because I used to play a lot of daily fantasy. One night I had Patrick Marleau when he was on the Sharks like 3 or 4 years ago, and he just put up 4 goals and like on a
Mhm.
random night, and it just dominated because, like you
Yeah.
said, anyone can do it.
Well, they called him Jonathan Chichu. I don't know if you remember that name.
The name sounds familiar, yeah. But
Same
did he
thing.
do this?
He
Okay.
wasn't a very good player, but then he would just like for a week he'd score 9 goals and then he would not score for a month and a half. And then over the next 10 games, he'd score 50 points. Not really, but like he would just like go on stupid
Like the
heaters and then go
Jeremy
stupid
Lin
goals.
of hockey.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all I remember. Those kind of heaters that are never maintained is insanity.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I guess I'll go to my three
Yeah.
stars then. My third star is from your team there, Mark Stone, somebody who I tried to get at the trade deadline but was unsuccessful in the fantasy season. But he's not shooting as much, which is interesting to me because back in his Ottawa days, he really shot a lot,
He did.
almost to the same degree as like Pacioretty. And now he's really not doing that. He averages like 1.5 shots per game,
I can
so
speak.
he's really distributing the puck.
Yeah, and it's because he plays with Pacioretty.
Oh,
He just gets because I think he has that threat from the past.
yeah,
He gets Pacioretty wide open, and that's why Pacioretty scores the way he does too.
that's true. Yeah, because you got to respect both options, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call. Second star, I went with Leon Draisaitl, 8 game point streak. I know that's not really 7 days, but he got a point eight
Whatever.
straight.
Yeah. No. Same thing. I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's on fire. I know I think I gave him a star last week as well. Yeah, he was my first star last week.
Yeah. I think he's the
And
first three-star guy.
yeah, well, no, not first 3 star. He first time being named within the 3 stars,
Yeah.
but he's been first and second now.
Yeah.
So not a 3-time first star winner.
No. No. But first guy named 3 times is what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah,
Still.
yeah, he's my
Still an
boy.
Alec.
He's my boy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And my first star, which again is somebody you could probably even give better insight to because he's in your bubble.
Yeah.
Goalie from the Vancouver Canucks, Thatcher Demko. He's been just lights out, and he's single-handedly carried Vancouver back into this playoff race from what we thought was the dead like
Yeah.
10 days ago. He's dragged them kicking and screaming, so he deserves mad respect.
Yeah, he definitely does, and that's back-to-back 3 stars for him too. It's huge.
Yeah.
I don't know where they would be without him. I think it does show though that they may possibly have made the right decision in letting Markstrom go because they had Demko and they
Mhm.
saw what he was capable last year of in the playoffs, and with Holtby not doing anything really, he's gotten his chance at the net and he's running with it.
And Vancouver also has Michael DiPietro, who is another
Yeah.
goalie who's well regarded. So I feel like Vancouver figured, if we're going young anyways, why don't we go with a young tandem? Kind of almost similar to what the Rangers kind of are doing with Shesterkin and Georgiev.
Hmm.
Kind of like, let's grow together. Let's
Yeah.
have them as our tandem for the next 5 years. And one might be better, one might come out of nowhere. They might be the same, but let them fight it out. Let's not
It'll be
bank in on
interesting
one.
if because it's going to be his first time like really having the net for look, it is a COVID shortened season, so what better season to do it, but will he be able to
True.
have all the gas in the tank to keep up what he's doing? Who knows? Vancouver's been a little bit without Pedersen for better part of a week and a half now. I don't know. He should be back soon, I would think. So
Yeah.
he definitely deserves it. Like you said, he's brought them back from the dead, at least from our perspective.